Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today also I have chosen a question that is not like the questions that we used to do in these recent days when we go through the past papers or sample papers and all. We will come across this kind of questions very rarely. Okay, what makes this question different from others is one is during death. In the case of death of a partner, normally we won't prepare a revaluation account. So that is one thing that is new, that is coming here. Next is they are asking us to prepare the executor's account without mentioning anything about the payment that is to be made to the executors. So this also I just wanted to discuss in this question. So without further delay, let us see the question as a whole. So as you can see here, on 31st March 2015, the balance sheet of Puneet, Rahul and Seema was as follows. Capital, balance sheet, everything is given. They were sharing profits and losses in the ratio 5:3:2. Profit sharing ratio is given. Seema died on October 1, 2015. It was agreed between her executors and the remaining partners that first adjustment, goodwill be valued at 2 years purchase of the average profits of the previous 5 years, which were again profits are given. Patents be valued at 16,000, machinery at 56,000, buildings at 60,000. Usually we never come across a question in the chapter of death where most of the times, it's not like you never come across, but most of the times we will not be doing questions of this type. Mostly we'll be coming across the questions where we'll be preparing deceased partners or the dead partners capital account, and maybe one more step ahead, that is executors account preparation. These two only usually used to be there. So here patents be valued at 16,000, machinery at 56,000. All these things are talking about the preparation of revaluation account. Next adjustment, profit for the year 2015-16 be taken as having been accrued at the same rate as that in the previous year. Meaning whatever profits we have earned in the previous year, we are assuming that the same profit we are going to get this year. That is a meaning of simple meaning of the statement. Next is interest on capital be provided at 10% per annum. So interest on capital also we have to provide at the rate of 10% yearly. Sum of rupees 15,500 was paid to her executors immediately. So they are talking about the payment to the executors that most of us are familiar with. Prepare revaluation account, Seema's capital account and Seema's executor account. Okay, so they are not asking us to prepare all the partners capital account, but all the partners capital account has something to do with revaluation account. We will see how it is done. So without further delay, let us start the question step by step. We will discuss how this thing should be done. So first is anyways revaluation account. To make it simple, I would like to say only one thing. Revaluation account is exactly same like the other chapters. If you don't know, when it comes to death also, revaluation account is prepared in the same manner like other chapters. First we will record all the changes in the assets and liabilities. Then we will find out the balance. That balance is transferred to all the partners capital. You must be thinking like only it is going to the debt partners capital account. It is not like that. If you are thinking like that, so revaluation account, whatever balance comes, it will be shared among all the partners normally like other chapters, and it will be shared in the old profit sharing ratio. So we'll discuss, I will see what are the revaluation amounts. One is patents to be valued at rupees 16,000. So patents already in the balance sheet it is given as 12,000. It should be made as 16,000. So patent is increasing. So you know where it should go. I'm not writing the entire format of revaluation account. So I'm writing by patents account 16,000. I'm just recording it 4,000 here. Next is machinery at 56,000. Machinery at 56,000. Machinery's old value is 60,000. So it is showing a decrease. So we are recording machinery on the debit side of revaluation account. I don't think you need explanation for why it is going to debit side and credit side. We have already discussed it in detail. How many questions we have done in our videos itself explaining all these terms or explaining all these steps. So 60 became 56. That is also done. Next is buildings at 60,000. Building now current value in the balance sheet is 40,000. So we have to increase building by 20,000. So we are recording buildings also here. Buildings account 20,000. These are the things that we are recording here. After this, we will check for any other amounts. related to assets or liabilities mentioned. Nothing is mentioned here, only these three assets are mentioned in the adjustments part. So nothing is left, we can balance it. Balancing time, credit side total minus debit side total. So from by looking at it itself, we can say here balance will come. So we will be writing to capital account and Puneet, Seema and Puneet, Rahul and Seema. I'm just writing their first letter itself, Puneet, Rahul and Seema. So we are getting a difference of 24,000. 24,000 is the total of credit side. Debit side total is 4,000. So difference between these two, 24 minus 4 into ratio is 5 by 10, 3 by 10 and 2 by 10. So one, it will be 10,000. Second, it will be 6,000. Third, it will be 4,000. 10,000, 6,000 and 4,000. Totally we are getting 20,000. That is done. We are going to total it. 24,000 here, 24,000 here. Okay. Next step that you are supposed to do is we have to prepare the capital account. So here when we are preparing, unlike the other chapters, we'll be preparing. Question is about preparing Seema's capital account only. So we are bothered about only the amounts which are related to Seema in this case. Whereas when it comes to revaluation account, we transferred the balance to all the partners, 3 partners capital account. But we are preparing only one person's capital account. Out of these 3, we are only preparing one person's capital account. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we are not going to discuss the entire format of capital account. So only one capital account, Seema's capital account, we are going to prepare. So we will start with the capital account. We will just discuss in detail. We have to start with the opening balance, which is already given in the question. In the given balance sheet, you can see Seema's capital account is giving a balance of 30,000. So we will be recording it as balance, opening balance brought down 30,000. Next is next we have to record the entries for goodwill. First of all, we will check the balance sheet whether any reserves or something is there. That means certain amounts are there, existing amounts are there, which we have to transfer to the partner's capital account. As we are not drawing the entire capital account of all the partners, we have to transfer only Seema's share. Here reserve is there. Reserves we have to split according to Seema's share, and we will be recording it in the credit side of Seema's capital account by recording it like this: by reserve account. Reserves amount was 20,000. 20,000. Seema's share was 2 by 10. This much you have to transfer. 2 by 10. So obviously 4,000 will come. This 4,000 will be recording here. Next amount that you have to see. If there is any existing amount, that amount also should be transferred. There is no existing amount. You know, when I say what is existing amount, certain balances will be already given in the balance sheet. Those amounts will be transferred to the partner's capital account in the old ratio. Those amounts are which we are discussing as existing amounts. Here there is no existing amounts here. Now next we will go to the first adjustment. Goodwill will be valued at 2 years purchase of the average profit of the previous 5 years. You can see average profit of previous 5 years are given: 2010-11, 30,000, 11-12, 26,000, 12-13, 24,000, 13-14, 30,000, 2014-15, 40,000. These are the values that are available. So as you can see, first we need to find out the average profit. Then only we can find out the goodwill of the firm. Average profit is found using the formula total profit divided by number of years. As you can see here, 5 years profits are given. So 5 years profit we have to record here: 30, 26, 24, 30. We'll record all this value: 30,000 plus 26,000 plus 24,000 plus 30,000 plus one more year is left. We will check 2014-15, it is 40,000. All divided by 5. Why divided by 5? Because they are asking us to calculate the average profit of the past 5 years. That is the reason why we are doing. 30, 26, 24. So 30 plus 26 plus 24 plus 30 plus 40. You will be getting as 1,50,000. 1,50,000 by 5. You will be getting 30,000. This is average profit. We need to find out the goodwill. Goodwill is how many years purchase should be considered for calculating goodwill. As you can see here, goodwill should be calculated at 2 years purchase. So average profit you found, you know the formula better than me. 30,000 into 2, so 60,000. So 60,000 is the goodwill of the firm. From there we have to find out whose share, Seema's share of goodwill. How to find 60,000 into Seema's share of profit, 2 by 10. So 1 by 5. So we'll be getting 12,000. Okay, so 12,000 we are getting. 12,000 should be given, or 12,000 should be given to Seema by the other two partners. In which ratio? In the ratio of sacrifice, sorry, in the ratio of gain, as it is debt chapter, other partners are gaining. So what will be the gaining ratio? 5:3, because there is no new ratio mentioned in the question. So if nothing is mentioned, obviously old ratio will be the gaining ratio. So this 12,000 we have to split in the ratio of 5:3. So we'll be mentioning like this: by Puneet's capital account, you know what is the entry? Gaining partner's capital account debit to sacrificing partner's capital account. So Puneet's capital account by, next partner's name was Rahul. So by Rahul's capital account, how much will be the amount? Puneet, 12,000 into 5 by 8. Why 5 by 8? Because gaining ratio is 5:3. Similarly, 12,000 into 3 by 8. 7,500, and Rahul will be giving 4,500. This is the entry for that. So we have recorded the goodwill also. Now we will see, is there any other amount to be recorded? Of course, revaluation profit is there. That revaluation profit we have to bring here. So we will be writing by revaluation account 4,000. We are recording only, preparing only Seema's account. So we are bothered about only what are the amounts payable to Seema. Okay. Next, as you can see, I am just extending it. Working notes already have erased. Already you know it. Then next amount. So goodwill calculation is done. Sharing is also done. Revaluation is done. Next adjustment is third adjustment. Profit for the year 2015-16 will be taken as being accrued at the same rate as that in the previous year. What does it mean again? That means the profit which is given, or profit which we have to pay, you know, profit up to the date of death of the partner, you have to share or give to the partner. So the entry will be profit and loss suspense account debit to deceased partner's capital account. We have to write some amount right there. So for that we need some base value. Base value, what they are saying, just recent year whatever profits we have earned, same profit is going to come this year also. That is the expectation. Okay, that is the assumption that they are making. So as you can see here, recent year, from where we will get all these profits, recent year's profit. So recent year profit, in order to get, either it will be given in the adjustments or it will be given in the balance sheet. Inside the balance sheet also sometimes they will give you the latest year's profits, that means last year's profits. So here date wise, sorry, year wise profits are given. As you can see, 2010-11 for the purpose of goodwill they have already given the last 5 years profit. Out of that, the latest year is 2014-15, because next year, the current year falls in 2015-16. So just before, the year before, the profit is 40,000, 2014-15. So that profit we have to take as the base for calculating the profit share of the deceased partner. So we will be writing anyways profit and loss suspense account. I am writing the account names in short. When you are writing, please make sure that you are using the full name, profit and loss suspense account. Okay, and 40,000 was last year's profit. 2 by 10 is the share of deceased partner into how many months he stayed in the business. Seema died on October 1. October 1 means September 30 up to you have to calculate the profit. So how to calculate? How many months are there? April is there, May is there, June, July, August, September. 6 months profit you have to calculate. So 6 by 12. So how much will you get? 40,000 into 2 by 10 into 6 by 12. You will be getting 4,000. You will be getting 4,000. That 4,000 also we have recorded. So that adjustment is also done. Next is interest on capital be provided at the rate of 10% per annum. Interest on capital is generally provided on which value? Obviously on the opening capital. Opening capital already we know 30,000 was the opening capital. So when you are recording interest on capital, we can record normally by interest on capital account. Calculation will be like this: 30,000 into how much percentage was that? 10% per annum. So 10% into 6 months interest only we have to calculate. So 30,000 into 6 by 12. 30,000 into 10% into 6 by 12. You will be getting 1,500. So interest on capital is also recorded. Is there anything left? Next adjustment is talking about payment that we are making to the executors of the deceased partner. Executors payment will be shown only in the executors account. When we are preparing that only we have to show it. Here nothing else is left. So we will calculate the balance of this account. Balance, you know, you are well aware of it. Balance we will be transferring to another account which is known as executors account. So 30,000 plus 4,000 plus 7,500 plus 4,500 plus 4,000 plus 4,000 plus 1,500. You will be getting 55,500. So that you will be writing as to Seema's executors account 55,500. The balance whatever is coming we are transferring to Seema's executors account. Those who have doubt, they are talking about paying 15,000 immediately, 15,500 I think, right? 15,500 payment is happening immediately, but they are not talking anything about that payment. It means you must be thinking like, why are we not recording the payment here? It is a case of death of a partner. So death of a partner, if any payment is made immediately to the executors also, the payment entries will be recorded in executors account, whereas in the case of retirement, when we are paying some amount immediately to the partner, we are recording it in the partner's capital account itself. Here there is no such recording of payment in the partner's capital account as it is death of a partner. So total we are recording here 55,500. 55,500. Next step is we have to draw Seema's executors account. Now the doubt that you are having will be, they have not spoken anything about the payment of the executors account. The executors account which you know or which you have done the most is like preparing executors account. We are going to pay some interest to executors, so we will be preparing executors account and we will be settling the entire amount in 1 or 2 years. That is how we used to do. Installment basis we will be preparing the executors account. Here the question is silent about the payment that we are making to the executors, because sum of 15,500 was paid to her executors immediately is given. What about the rest of the amount? They are silent. The question is silent regarding that payment. So how should we do? That is one of the reasons why we are doing this question. So executors account, anyways you know, executors account begins with the entry which transfers money from Seema's capital account to executors account. So we will be recording that entry here. When you convert it into entry, what will be the entry? Seema's capital account debit to Seema's executors account. That entry we are posting here in Seema's executor, and we know that the amount that we got in Seema's capital account was 55,500. They are talking about one immediate payment to the executors. We can record it as to bank account. Immediately we are paying 15,500. There is one amount, still we have to pay 40,000 to the executor. What are we going to record it as? you have to record it as till they are not specifying anything about the payment of this 40,000. We will keep it in a separate account. That account's name is called CMAS Executors Loan Account. There are different approaches to how to treat this amount. So one of the common approaches only we are discussing, CMAS Executors Loan Account. We'll be writing it like this, CMAS Executors Loan Account. Reason is, instead of writing this normally, when we are preparing executors account, whatever amount is remaining, we will be calculating interest for that. We will be recording the interest payment entry, installment entry and all. But nothing is mentioned in the question as to the payment of this 40,000, how many installments is not mentioned in the question. That is why we are recording this balance as CMAS Executors Loan Account, and we will be mentioning it as again the total. That means this 40,000 we are not sure of how they are going to settle the payment. Clear? As of now, according to the question, they are not specifying any method of payment, any installment or any amount of installment that we are supposed to pay to the CMAS executor. Okay, that is why we are doing like this. Only because of these two reasons. One reason was preparation of revaluation account. Second reason is the CMAS executors loan account. These are the two reasons why I took this question for today's discussion. So hope I made it clear. So again, just to recall, first the question was all about preparing three accounts: revaluation account, partners capital account. Partners capital account means only executors, that means deceased partners capital account, then executors account. Executors account also we are not provided with all the details of payment made to the executor. Only one payment that we made to the executors is clearly given in the question. Rest of the payment related information is missing in the question. Keep that in mind. Then how did we start? We have started with the revaluation account by recording the changes in the assets. Only assets values are changed according to the question. So we have recorded that. Then after that we found the balance. We have transferred all the balance to all the three partners capital account, not only the deceased partner. That is one thing that you have to remember. If you are preparing revaluation account, even if you are passing the journal entry also, keep that in mind. You have to pass the balance of revaluation account to all the three partners, all the existing partners capital account. Next thing that you have to remember is CMAS capital account. When you are preparing CMAS capital account, we have to think about the amount that is paid or payable to CMA alone. So in that, first we started with the opening balance. Opening balance was already given in the balance sheet. We took that. Then next we thought about the existing amounts in the balance sheet. Existing amounts means nothing. Reserves are there, accumulated profits, accumulated losses, advertisement suspense account. These are all existing amounts. Out of that, in our balance sheet there was only reserve. Reserve is supposed to be shared among all the partners in their old ratio, but as we are preparing only CMAS capital account, we have shared the amount only to her. That we recorded. Next is recording of goodwill. So we have calculated the average profit of the past 5 years. As you can see here, average profit we have calculated 1,50,000. When we divide it by 5, you got 30,000 as the average profit. Then average profit is multiplied by the number of years purchase, and we got 60,000. Then CMA share of goodwill is 60,000 into 2 by 10. So we got 12,000. So this is the value that we got. Then 12,000 is should be shared or given by the gaining partners in their gaining ratio. The gaining partners were 5 and 3. Gaining ratio was 5 and 3. So 5:3. In that ratio we have split. So Puneet's capital account debit, Rahul's capital account debtor to CMA's capital account. That is the entry, and we have recorded 7,500, 4,500 here, and it is transferred to partners capital account. Now revaluation account is there. Revaluation account profit we have transferred, 4,000 is there. Revaluation profit already we found. CMA's share of profit was 4,000. We have transferred it here. Next thing that we have done is profit and loss suspense account. We have calculated the profit. For calculating, we have taken the third adjustment as the base for the calculation. You know there are two methods to calculate profit of the partner after the date of death. Which are the two methods? Either on the basis of time or on the basis of turnover. Turnover means sales. So here they are taking only time basis. That means last year's profit they are assuming that the same profit is going to be received this year also. So that is the reason why we took as 40,000. Why we took 40,000 for this calculation. So here as you can see, 40,000 is taken. From where we got the 40,000? 40,000 was like we got 40,000 from the details which they gave us to calculate the goodwill of the firm. All the past 5 years profits were given. So recent years profit is what we are taking as the base, because they told same like the last year. Last year means 2014-15 is the last year, that is the latest year. So last completed year is 2014-15. The 2014-15 profit is 40,000. That is what we are taking as the base. So 40,000 into 2 by 10, 2 by 10, which is the share of profit of the deceased partner, and 6 by 12. 6 by 12 is because he has survived only for 6 months in the business. So April, May, June, July, August, September. October 1 is the date of death. So September 30 up to we have to calculate the profit. The profit we have calculated as 4,000. Next is interest on capital. Same process. Interest on capital is calculated on the opening capital. Opening capital, already we know that CMA's opening capital, which is given in the balance sheet, is 30,000. 30,000 into rate of interest was 10%. So 10% into 6 by 100. 6 by 12. I wrote it as 6 by 100. It is 6 by 12. Calculation is done correctly, but I wrote it as 6 by 12. 6 by 100. So you will be getting as 1,500. 1,500 we got. We recorded it as by interest on capital account. There is nothing to be recorded on the debit side. So finally, we are winding up the capital by balancing it. The balance of capital account will be recorded as CMA's executor, because CMA is the one who passed away. So CMA's executor's account, we have to transfer all the amount. Again, to say sum of rupees 15,500 was paid to her executors immediately. When these kind of statements are coming, don't get confused. We don't have to record the payment entry in the partner's capital account. We have to record the entry in the executor's account, because executors are the ones who are getting paid. So we are transferring the entire amount to executor's account. Then we went down, we prepared executor's account. Executor account begin with the entry CMA's capital account debit to CMA's executor account. So we recorded that entry here with the amount 55,500. Next is we are recording the amount that is immediately paid to the executor by recording it as to bank. Entry is CMA's executor's account or CMA's executor account debit to debtor to bank account. 15,500 we got. Next is balance amount. They are not saying anything about what we are doing with the balance. Usually in all the questions or majority of the questions that you have come across, they will particularly mention this balance will be paid in 2 equal yearly installments and all. So in that case, you can prepare the executor's account completely. Mostly the question will be like that only. According to the question only you have to prepare. In all the questions you don't have to prepare the entire executor's account. But we are not given, what I am trying to say is, we are not given any information regarding the payment of remaining 40,000 to the executor. So what are we supposed to do? We have only one option left. We are keeping that as a loan. Okay. So we are just recording it as to CMA's executor's loan account. On a later date, once we get the information what we are going to do with this amount, we can prepare the executor's account, elaborate executor's loan account and settle it. That is the purpose of this. So, and we have totaled it and we got 55,500. This is the question. So this is one of the different types of questions question that you can get or for boards. So I just wanted to discuss it with you. As we are heading towards the boards, you must be very busy practicing new kind of questions and all. So I just thought like I would add a little bit more new topics or important topics so that it will help you in your preparations. I hope today's session was helpful for clearing the doubts on the calculations, on the preparation of accounts and on the preparation of revaluation account kind of question when it comes to that chapter. So I wish you all the very best for your board exam preparations. Thank you.